Hello again. I'm back again to read part of my book, Rare and Dangerous Beast, available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and pretty much wherever else you buy books. Um, this time I'm reading from chapter 4, and I'm not going to read the little intro to chapter 4 because not that it isn't good, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with the rest of this thing I'm going to read. So, I hope you enjoy it. At this point, Nate, our hero, has just been working a short time as a cowboy on a ranch in California. Some of the best times were spent with Dave and Jack. The three of us worked well together, and we spent many happy hours working cattle and camping under the stars, where we talked of many things around the fire. Dave was particularly intrigued by the philosophy I had read, particularly Locke's ideas about owning oneself. For my part, I tried to reconcile the American ideals of freedom and equality with the peculiar institution, the thing that had been my father's only reservation about the United States. Neither Dave nor Jack could really explain it. It was like a man trying to explain why he had nipples. It just was. Our conversations also cast new light on my own homeland vis-a-vis serfdom, which I was equally unable to explain. Dave found it fascinating that our serfs were actually white men, while Jack used that fact to propose that Russia was no better than America, a position I heartily agreed with. In fact, he truculently proclaimed Russia even worse than the U.S. because our slaves were white. It ain't right to own another man, but at least we don't keep our own kind as slaves, was how he put it, a comment which not only ended the discussion for the night, but cast a pall over the mood of the next day or two. One night I told them the story of Gogol's Dead Souls, in which a man named Chichikov runs around purchasing the titles to serfs who had died since the last census. Those serfs were considered alive officially, and since the serfs' owners had to pay taxes on them until the next infrequent census, many were only too happy to sell these taxable properties that existed only on paper. Chichikov's idea was that once he had acquired enough souls, he would mortgage them to an unsuspecting bank and pocket the money. Jack found the story hilarious. Dave sat deep in thought for a while and then said, "You Russians sure done us one better." "What do you mean?" "Well, here at least a slave's free when he dies. You boys have figured out how to keep him in chains and make money off him even when he's dead." It struck me that while men like Jack and I could appreciate Gogol's satire, only someone like Dave, who had been a slave, would be likely to realize the true tragedy of the piece. That perspective was made even more clear to me at a later date. Anyway, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least weren't too horrified by my lack of skill at this sort of thing. If you liked it, please do me a favor and share it, because I'm sure you have lots of friends that I don't have, some of whom might be interested, even if you're not. So, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, I guess, or listening, whatever, and have a good day.